There are thousands of superheroes out there, but the most famous ones are probably from Marvel and DC. Even though they come from completely different universes, some of their looks and powers can feel strangely familiar. But did you know? The same goes for Japanese yokai. Many of them have appearances and abilities that are surprisingly similar to monsters from Western folklore. Which pair do you think is the most alike? Feel free to leave your answer in the comments below. In today's video, we'll take a look at 3 pairs of yokai and monsters that are remarkably similar in both appearance and powers. And at the very end, we'll also introduce one similar monster that our viewers keep talking about. I'm Mr. Yao, and welcome to the Leyenda Yokai channel. Here, I explore famous yokai and urban legends. If you're into these topics, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Yuki Onna, or the Snow Lady, is one of the most famous female yokai in Japan. She often appears in the mountains during snowy weather, taking the form of a breathtakingly beautiful woman. Her appearances aren't always the same. Sometimes she appears alone, and other times she shows up holding a baby. When Yuki Onna appears alone, she will approach travelers lost in the snow. She lures them gently and guides them to her home. However, once the travelers let their guard down, Yuki Onna reveals her true self, freezing them instantly into ice statues and taking their souls. Because of this, Yuki Onna is often considered a yokai who hunts humans using her beauty as a weapon. If Yuki Onna appears holding a baby, her way of hunting becomes even more cruel. She will ask passing travelers for help, hoping they will hold the baby for a while. If the traveler agrees, they will find that the baby in their arms gradually becomes heavier and heavier, so heavy that they cannot lift their feet to move forward. In the end, they are frozen to death in the blizzard. If the traveler refuses Yuki Onna's request from the beginning, she immediately shows her violent side and pushes them off a cliff, killing them on the spot. No matter which choice the traveler makes, it is almost impossible to escape death in front of Yuki Onna. In the vast fields and forest edges of Slavic lands, there lurks a beautiful judge whose presence is reminiscent of Yuki Onna. She is known as Poludnitsa, or Nure, and she appears during the hottest hours of summer when everything is quiet at noon. According to legend, Poludnitsa usually takes the form of a young, beautiful woman. She wears a long white dress, and her skin is pale as snow, shining like the brightest rays of the noon sun. She silently approaches people working under the scorching sun, especially those who do not follow farming rules or who overwork themselves. When she approaches, Poludnitsa may speak to people in a calm voice, posing riddles or questions to test their cleverness and caution. If the person cannot answer or shows disrespect, she punishes them. Some people collapse from heat stroke under the blazing sun, while others are fatally harmed by her sickle. The presence of Poludnitsa reminds people that even ordinary fields under the scorching sun can be deadly if one is careless. Just like Yuki Onna lures lost travelers in the snowy mountains with her breathtaking beauty, the Nure also appears as a woman in white. But what they bring is not gentleness. They bring death and punishment. Nure Onna is a famous yokai in Japan, often appearing along coastal areas. Her upper body is that of a beautiful woman, while her lower body is the tail of a giant snake. She usually appears at night, and under the moonlight, she can be seen combing her long, black, shiny hair. Anyone who approaches, drawn by her beauty, may be caught by her snake tail underwater, having their blood drained and being dragged into the sea. In some stories, Nure Onna does not act alone. She hunts together with a yokai called Yuki Onna. Nure Onna uses her beauty to lure people, while the Yuki Onna provides the strength to capture or kill the prey. In the end, they share the victim between them. No matter the version, if you see a beautiful woman combing her hair along the coast at night, you need to be extremely careful. Lamia is a deadly yet beautiful female monster from ancient Greek mythology. She was once a queen of stunning beauty, but out of jealousy, Hera took away her children. Grief and rage transformed her into a bloodthirsty creature. Her upper body remained that of a beautiful woman, while her lower body became a coiling snake, making her both elegant and eerie in the darkness. Lamia often approaches young men in the form of an alluring woman. Once her victims let their guard down, she uses her charm to put them to sleep and then drains their blood and life force. In some versions, Lamia can appear completely human, hiding her snake tail to more easily lure her prey. Her story symbolizes the danger that can hide beneath beauty and the revenge born from loss and pain. Just like Nure Onna lures people by the riverside with her beauty, Lamia uses her snake body and charm to hunt in the darkness. Both are deadly monsters hidden beneath the guise of a beautiful woman, each ruling over their own hunting grounds. Oni are some of the most iconic figures in Japanese folklore. They are massive and terrifying, often taller than the tallest man, and sometimes even taller than trees. Oni come in many forms, but they are most commonly shown with wild, unkempt hair, 2 or more horns, and fawn-like tusks. Their skin can be red, blue, black, or yellow, and they often wear tiger skin loincloths while wielding massive iron kanabo clubs. Oni are carnivorous monsters, and humans are among their favorite prey. If an Oni sets its sights on someone, it can transform into a handsome man or beautiful woman to approach its target. If the first attempt fails, it might even take the form of the victim's relatives or friends to get closer. Oni are extremely persistent. If they do not devour their prey, they will not give up. They are truly some of the most fearsome yokai in Japanese folklore. In Western folklore, demons are powerful and deadly beings. They often appear at night, in desolate places, or when humans are at their most vulnerable. Demons can take many terrifying forms. Some are humanoid. Some have wings, horns, or claws, and others appear as half-human, half-beast hybrids. In many ways, their appearance is very similar to Japanese Oni. Demons hunt humans in a variety of ways. Some attack with brute force, while others use temptation, deception, or contracts to lead people into corruption. They can drive the human mind toward despair and destruction. And some even wield fire, darkness, or psychic powers, leaving their prey with no escape. Both Oni and demons exist to spread fear in the human world. They are embodiments of power and malice. At the end of the video, I want to share a fun yokai comparison. Japan has a famous umbrella yokai called Kasa Obake, characterized by a single eye, a sticking out tongue, a single leg, and often wearing traditional Japanese Geta sandals. This quirky and cute yokai, according to many of my viewers, looks a lot like Bill Cipher from Western animation. Bill Cipher is a nightmare demon from Gravity Falls. He is a yellow triangle with a single eye, usually wearing a top hat and a bow tie. He manipulates people's minds and dreams through deception and contracts, embodying chaos and danger. Many viewers have commented, Kasa Obake looks just like Bill Cipher. What do you think? If you enjoy my channel, please help by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.